Well, welcome back. Today's page turner is courtesy of a girl boss. Jennie is the founder and CEO of Girlilla Marketing, and she has published a memoir detailing the trials and triumphs that got her to where she is now.
Yeah, she's sharing some of her wisdom with us. Thank you so much for coming to Local on 2. We're grateful you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to start with, as mentioned, founder, CEO, Girlilla Marketing, but we're going to talk about some pivotal life moments that are found in the book, and it really started with some of your father's last words that changed everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody has this experience of losing a parent or a loved one. Mine came a little earlier than a lot, and my father was dying of pancreatic cancer. And in and out of moments of lucidity, he sat up and asked me a question that was so simple, but it really changed my life. And he just said, "What would you do if you knew your life was half over?" Wow. And I took a big breath and I answered the question because I wanted to have you know, your whole life you're like, okay, well, if I just get to this point, or if I just have this much money, or if I just finish this, you know, education or this training or whatever, then I'll start. But in that moment, I was like, oh, I just really have two things that I want to accomplish right now. And so it was the gift of simplicity to boil it down to 2 actionable items. And then that's exactly what I did.
Mm-hmm. Well, from being a girl boss, as we mentioned, you're a mom, a wife, and added cancer survivor to that list. Talk a little bit about that struggle to get you to where you are now and overcoming it.
Listen, at 40 years old, I went in like I was supposed to, had a mammogram, I was fine. At 41, I went in and had a mammogram and I was not fine. And so it's, you know, there's 1 in 8 of us hear the words, "you have cancer." And it just rocked my entire existence. Everything that I knew to be true was now up in the air. So as I'm sitting here, you know, in 2025 as a survivor, I want to just say very clearly that there is a path to survivorship for most of us. And there are many improvements in research that are coming to fruition that weren't even there when I was diagnosed in 2018. So it's a really hopeful time. And there's many organizations that are fighting on behalf of all of us in research and legislation. And I am really happy to be a part of some of those initiatives, especially here in Nashville.
Yeah, you're the perfect representative.
Thank you.
I love your pink shoes, by the way, noted those. Okay, so I want to talk more about this book because she opens with a quote from E.T., you know, the extraterrestrial, and it says, "Be good." What do you hope readers take away from this book?
So I wrote this book because during COVID, I work in the digital marketing space, and I was really upset with how people were treating each other online. And I have a thick skin when it comes to this, as you guys do too. But I was truly affected by it, and I had just come off of the bulk of my cancer treatment. So I think I was just a little more raw than I normally am emotionally. And so my hope was that when people read this book, that they would see their story in mine. And if I could just encourage people to think about how they were behaving online and just taking a pause and really just saying, like, what is this gonna do? How is this gonna make somebody feel? And so I was really hopeful that maybe I could be the antidote to some of the extreme, you know, solutions to social media that you see out there in the marketplace, like taking a detox or, you know, going offline, going off the grid. I was like, that's not really realistic for a lot of us, especially that work in media. And so I really wanted to offer some real world solutions that I thought could at least just improve all of our collective experience online. But as I sit here today, you know, the last few weeks, like, we've seen a real uptick in hatred online as well. And so I think it's even more relevant now than it was to the COVID times, the dark days, if you will. But I think my biggest hope takeaway is just, again, like, to be like E.T., just to be good. That's it. Very
so
simple.
Good. So good. It's one of those books I'm going to be underlining and highlighting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Get ready to take charge, everyone. Grab a copy of Becoming Girlilla at gorillamarketing.com.